Hi, my name is Alejandro, and today I will be presenting the evidence too. So first, with in this database we have seven numerical variables and three categorical variables. Although college ID is a unique identifier, so it's not very useful. So on early exploration, we have that the main correlations that we could have are between the variables of CGPA, PrevSem results, and academic performance. Additionally, internship experience and communication skills could also be relevant in further categories and analysis we will perform during this activity. So first, we got the correlation matrix of all the variables, and we got very low correlations except the PrevSem results and CGPA. We selected a strong positive correlation, a strong negative correlation, and a weak or no correlation. You can compare these selected ones with the correlation metrics in here. So then we did scatter plots for each one. So in the first one, we can see a very clear and strong correlation. This means that both variables are very strongly related, and that basically means that as PrevSem results increase, so does CGPA. The interpretations in context of the data tells us that students with higher PrevSem scores maintain a higher CGPA. The next one, a very no correlation at all, is communication skills and projects completed. As we can see, there's no interpretation that can be made with this data. And a very weak correlation, it's a scatter plot of academic performance versus IQ. As we can see, there's some kind of relationship with the data, but not a clear one as to that allows us to establish a pattern. This, in context of the data, basically means that IQ is not necessarily a good way of determining a student's capability of performing well academically. With the categorical values, we did these frequency tables to see how much they appeared. But since we only have two, we only did one table. And with this, we interpreted that there is not enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis with our categorical variables, which means that the variables are not helpful to determine what is needed in order to get a good placement. We got a correlation coefficient that is very low, which tells us that there is no correlation between having internship experience and placement. So now that we have determined that there is no correlation, if I had to build a regression model with the database, the dependent variable that I would choose is placement, because I think it is appropriate, because this way the universities can predict if a certain student profile is suitable for the job market or not. Additionally, I would create these additional variables, socioeconomic status and career path, in order to have a more accurate model and have better responses for the university. And how do you say? This will relate to existing variables, because the socioeconomic status could relate to the CGPA or internship experience, to see if the amount of family's income is a determinant on how much of the university can a student benefit from. And the career path could give us clear indicators on which students are more inclined toward participating in extracurricular activities, or how many of them are involved in internships. Thank you very much.